aggressive princesses and my Slater Turtle is more likely than you think. Wait, hold on. Hello, good evening. Hope you're all doing fine. Welcome back. To actually have to unmute the game for us to have sound. There we go. Slater Princess. Thank you for the pack.
I am once again on a chibi model because I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I got this. I paid good money for it. It's a very good model. I can use it. We're just using it a little more this week than we are usually. Isn't that fun? Anyway, we'll come back to slaying the princess. We have some more princess slaying to do. I think technically, or I am assuming this is going to be our last Slay the Princess stream actually. Like, assuming I actually do everything right.
Thank you for the resub. Howdy. Howdy Cole_CH. Chibi very good, isn't it? We do love chubby chibis in this house.
I think this is going to be the last Slay the Princess stream. I'm going to attempt to get like as much new stuff as possible. In the sense, like we talked about last time, I have 4 out of 5 very specific princesses I want to go for, and the 5th one we're gonna see. Like the 5th one I'm keeping open in hopes of, oh god, you know what, if I don't manage to get another one, maybe I can go a different route to still get it, so like that's a fail-safe. But yeah, there's 4 specific ones I definitely want to see, and then like 1 more and then I think that's gonna be it for Slay the Princess as a stream project, though, because we like have seen most of it. Then also they are actually working on like a giant update still. Okay, when you actually look at what they post on Steam, when it's like, hey, we have some news for you, yippee, they are still working on a really, really big update, which is called the Pristine Cut. And this is just like what we're playing right now is also has a bunch more content than the game initially had. But there's an even bigger one coming, so I think once that one actually hits, I will probably like play it again as well, sure. But for what it has right now, we're gonna try and go for Moment of Clarity for real this time. Even though we've seen most of it, we will actually get her the vessel. We want to see Right, which I am probably pronouncing very wrong, but I cannot figure out how to say correctly. The other route on Razor, so the one where we go in without a weapon. And the Loving Damsel, simply because I'm a sucker for the damsel and I think she's very sweet, so I want to see what that one's like, and then 1 more. Very cool when devs add more content. Very true, very true. We love when they update stuff. I need my controller to actually get some stuff done. There we go. And to actually get where we want to go, I once again have opened the little spoiler-free guide. So let's see. Let's start off with Moment of Clarity.
Let's start off with Moment of Clarity.
That should be easy enough to get because that one has only one singular way of getting it, and that we can get that one through Nightmare. So let's just start off with Nightmare immediately, so we also can get rid of funny flickering lights in our face. I can actually see my cursor for once. No way! That's cool. That's like... that means something else is broken.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yep. There we go. When it is most definitely tied to putting like the filters on top of the model. Because as soon as I see the cursor myself, I know that the filter system does not work properly anymore. Like it's gonna be stuck on one specific scene and not actively work anymore. That's fun. I love that. Anyway. Nice! It does work! I also, there's someone, I know you guys can barely see it because the choices are hidden behind me, but there's someone on the Steam, in the Steam discussions who was like, you know what, Vampire actually has this option where you can very easily make it text you have clicked on before will be a different color than text you've never seen before. And they were like, here's like 3 fucking... Just paste this in a notepad, put it in your game folder, and you're Gucci. And I'm like, okay, there's a few people who said it didn't work for them, but I'm assuming they just saved it as an actual TXT and not as a file that Vampire can read. Anyway, it works. I can now see if it's an option I've clicked before, which is really good because that means for exploration options, I think we can go for a few more that I genuinely haven't clicked on, because last time when we, or like every time when we talked to her, when we brought her to Vessels, I end up asking the same questions because every time I'm like, oh yeah, that one sounds interesting, because I forget that it's a question I've already asked. It is really nice quality of life. It's basically only very helpful for me because
if you look behind my right shoulder there, you can see that the text is slightly yellowish. I didn't choose the color, but that's good. Like, that's easy on the eyes, and there's a little offset between the white and the yellow. Why am I talking like this? I don't know.
What kind of filter works on your mouse? That's a very good question. Speaking of mice, I need to buy a new one sometime. I think I've been saying this for over a year now, because this one is on its last legs. Like, it's doing what it should be, but not really.
Anyway, what haven't we said before? Killing a princess.
Or maybe not all of... Wait, haven't I asked killing a princess? Seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Yeah, I've asked that before. Maybe it doesn't work perfectly fine, but I'll take it.
What about before you have to use keyboard only for a while?
Yeah. You could add that to your throne. The thing is, I don't know what kind of mouse to get. I think I want to get like a slightly more high-end mouse than just a really cheap one. This one I'm using right now technically has a few like options on it that I never got to use, but I got this one from a former classmate who was like, oh yeah, there was a time when I was a product test and I still have this left over. I'm like, okay. I have tested to comply with home or office use, it says on that thing. Sure. Yeah, this is very much office use. Alright. Can someone else do this? Yeah. We have asked a bunch of these questions before, huh? Oh well. Okay, continue to the cabin. Proceed into the cabin. We are not taking the blade. Continue down the stairs.
You walk down the stairs
I
and
know.
look up.
Blah, 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 blah. I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains. I'm going to check upstairs. Except I'm locked in.
And then I'm going to slay you. Na na I'm still going to slay you. No, and then I run for the stairs. And lock her in. Good. And ignore her and go to sleep. And she's like, hello! But, proceed to the cabin. We don't take the blades. And what do we do then? How did I manage to get here the first time? What the actual hell? Aha, okay. Okay, you know what? Maybe I was happy too early because I've never clicked on step off into the void between the stairs and it shows that I clicked on it before. Okay.
As you emerge, you find your...
I know. Let's go. Let's do nothing. We haven't done that one before. We decided it's best to do nothing.
There you are.
Hi.
heart, lungs,
Liver.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Remain with my nightmare. Good. Oh, there we are. This is new. Stop skipping. This is... Okay, and now this time we're just gonna go straight to the cabin. Let's go.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Well,
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
do I?
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
Hey, Raiders, welcome in! I'm Lou, I like the color pink Vision of JRPGs. We're currently playing Slay the Princess. We're trying to get some more endings we haven't seen before. Hi! I'm doing good, how are you? How was your stream? What's up, Pikachu? Of course. Pikachu! Pika. Pikachu! Hi, Umpy! Good evening! Star Wars is fun, I'm glad to hear it. What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps? Okay, you know what? Actually, it seems like I definitely spoke too early because I've never clicked on this before. Oh, God damn it. Oh well, now I have a few more colors, that's also fine. I'm good, how are you? What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
Okay.
Or you could just give up.
Now we can... No. Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
Actually, Cole, maybe you can tell me this as a British person. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but why do British people say it like against?
The cabin that isn't there.
Like against.
What's the alternative? I don't know. I'm more used to like against, again, not game, but it's probably just another case of me being wrong.
Bye bye.
Have a good rest of your day.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in
It's a
it.
British emphasis, is it? I mean, I'm asking specifically because that is region. Okay, I'm asking specific. Okay, slow down, brain. I'm asking specifically because I know there's an area that is British. So I'm like, I was just assuming here, but okay. Against. Nothing wrong with it. I'm British. I'm just like, sounds different from how I usually hear it. Like it's a top 10 of the words where I'm like, if I hear it said like that, I'm thinking, oh, you're not American. I'm not very good at differentiating different dialects by any means. Radio news accent says it like that.
Ah, I see. That was very interesting. Where you from? Great Britain. What? Great Britain. I'm British.
Great. I obviously can't hear my own accent. So it's always interesting to me when people tell me I also have one. And I'm like, oh. Because mine has to be a collection of everything else I hear people say. There was a time when I actively consumed like more stuff with a British pronunciation. I also started speaking more like that. I do know someone, another German. She learned most of her stuff from just consuming a lot of I think it was actually the BBC Sherlock series. So her way of speaking is just way different from mine because most of mine is very Americanized, I think. Despite us learning British English in school, but like, it never stuck with me. Because everything I ever consume online is tinged with American pronunciation.
Smash it to pieces.
Smash it.
She's on the other side. And we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
Ooh, good for them. I think they posted like a little update earlier. Not an update, but like an announcement thingy where they were like, hey, yay, it's our first week. A roadmap.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back.
Yeah.
Just go around it.
Let's go around it?
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Oh yeah. There's no word going around it. Proceed.
Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
Go into the mirror.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Yeah.
And it already has worked. It's gone. Don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be.
Oh yeah, I like hearing people's accents and how different they can be. Like no matter if it's because like if it's the only language a person speaks, or if it's because it's like a second or a third or even a fourth language they're learning. It's so nice to hear how differently people go about speaking the very same language.
An art gallery.
And more mod support. That sounds fun. I think I'm gonna try and look into actually doing one of those sprite edits as well, because I've seen so many people do little edits of the classes they're playing as, and it is fun. It looks fun. I wanna try.
The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Okay. Oh. Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade. Okay, I'm taking it. Damn.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
You gaze into the abyss, and the abyss gazes back.
Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Well, what are you joking about? It's been like a week. It's not like I said I never would play World of Horror on stream. It's just not a game I can just... I wanted to put on as like a... not eternal. I know there's obviously an end to it at some point. It's just not something... But no, because you said I doubt you ever would. I have played World of Horror on stream before. You're confusing me. I do want to play World of Horror again. I might even do it on stream, just not as like a permanent project. Just to say, you know what, we're gonna try and find some more things. I'm not kicking the princess, look at her! She's coming up to meet me. Oh, never mind, that's a few more arms than she had last time.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Those arms are not even attached.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
I did that last time, actually, when I was trying to go for this ending. I set you free. You know.
A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
We shall be taking her hand. You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something new, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take a hand and set her free. Where is mine? I mean, I would like to, but I can't fucking... Click on it. There we go. She has 2 right hands? Yeah. You know, so she can hold one of mine and still have 2 to use. How can a person with floating arms feel? I mean, most of it would probably be the same. It's just that there's a part that's not connected.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your
She can hold all our hands. We only
then
have
that
2,
resistance gives way.
as far as I'm
It's
aware.
over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next. I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess exhausted.
Why
Slumped.
is it so cold?
Yeah, well, you do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away and left something else in her place.
She's gone.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back.
What does that mean for us?
She can grow an arm and so can we. I am not so sure that's how it works.
I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Yeah. Thank you. Approach the mirror. Thank you. You step towards the mirror. It holds a truth and you must witness.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
So true.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. That's still the same text as usual, though. Hi.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I see, now we have several arms holding onto several arms. Isn't that fun?
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes.
We've seen this
Do not
before.
mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Okay, yeah, the options are still fucked up. Okay, whatever. What are your thoughts? How do I... Where's the option to ask about your thoughts on this one? Eh? What happens now?
Nothing. There, bring me. She asks that I tell you to you won't.
You remember her. You won't. I know. Okay, we got the moment of
You're on
clarity.
a path in the woods.
That was
And
quick.
at the end of that path,
But to be
is
fair,
a
we got...
cabin. And
we
in
got
the
really
basement of
far on that one.
cabin is a
Already.
princess.
Okay, wait, how do I get right? How do I get this one? Mm-hmm. Which one even is that? Oh, great. Okay. I miscalculated because the way I wanted to get this one. This guide says to go there through Nightmare, but I can't go through Nightmare because I already got Moment of Clarity. God fucking damn it. Okay, that means I have to play it by ear and try to get there to the Spectre route. Yay! How do I get to the Spectre? Spectre. Not, well, for myself, I'm definitely going to get 100%, but for stream, I just want us to see as many of them as possible. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's see if we can get to the Spectre. Continue to the cabin, proceed into the cabin. We are taking the blade. Hi. Steal your nurse and step forward. And then immediately slay the princess. Yeah, she's dead. We don't care, we're leaving. Goodbye. Ah, and then we're stuck in this one. I was kind of hoping I get a bad ending for saving the world. Now the princess has been slain, any sad thing of the past is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Is it though?
Time passes.
We are not very happy being here.
Blade. I can hear. He's right. Do you hear that? I made this happy little place.
Yeah. Okay, we are on the Spectre. That's where we want to be. Except this time around, we want to... Okay, let's see if I can do this. My option.
Proceed to the cabin.
Proceed into the cabin. Do I take the blade? Yes, I do take the blade.
Hi, Zen. Good evening. Hello.
Okay.
You want to squish the plugs? Hi.
How are you doing? Wait and see how things play out. You brought a annoying knife again.
Are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Actually, I am trying to get you to kill me, but without the whole possession part we had going last time. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
One point time was it put? No! Are those the only two you're missing? Oh man, I literally, I didn't get any more than the three I told you about. Two of them being the same. Three bows from soul. Who am I? Listen, hear me out.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Jesus Christ. That's got it true. I did ask one time when I was driving by, I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but do you like also offer these without a meal? Like, can I just get them? And the lady at the counter, she was so nice. She was like, yeah, they're like 3 euros, I think. And at that point, you're probably better off if you actually get the full meal with it. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
I just want to go home.
There's no home to speak of, girl.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be. It's out there.
Okay.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Just because they're marketed to children doesn't mean they cannot sell them to adults, though. Like, why am I not allowed to be happy? Why am I not allowed to get a happy meal? Do I only get a depressing meal? Because I'm an adult? Okay. I don't want her to possess me. I need her to kill me without getting possessed. During a happy meal, adults get sad meals. Everyone knows that. Oh man. Because if I ask her what she wants, I think she's going to go right out and say that she wants to kill. Let's see.
I want what you took from me. A life. A real life. I just want to go home. Away back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone.
You're not getting this body.
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place. Even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine.
I don't think there's a way out.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
How do I get her to kill me?
But you can come and go as you please, can't you?
No.
So, let me hitch a ride.
No.
After all, you owe me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is.
Wait, that's text we've seen before. The answer is no. Makes me sad.
I guess we'll have to fight then.
Oh!
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin,
Okay.
a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad?
Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that.
Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Yes?
nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
What do you mean? I stare at her in silence.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
What are you doing?
A horrific splintering,
Ooh.
the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Saying, what are you doing? Like that one bird, like,
What doing? What doing?
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Yay!
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
oh, no, we're going for dying, sorry.
But you don't swing your weapon. Your body comes to a juddering halt as she rips her hand from your chest. In her clenched fist is your still beating heart.
Heart Ripper, thou worse fates to suffer than a broken heart. Thanks for the achievement, game.
But that's ours.
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers, dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ain't no way she just winked at us after ripping out our heart. That's so funny. Hello, Raiders! Welcome in! I'm new, I like the color pink visual novels and JRPGs. We just got our heart ripped out and Slay the Princess. I see you also playing Slay the Princess. How was your stream? Hello! Also Pikachu for the Raiders, of course.
Pikachu. Buga. Pikachu.
Hi!
Chapter 3. There we go. We got to where we wanted to go.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her.
Again.
Oh, he didn't say it with as much of an ain than last time. Interesting. You were crying from happiness because your choices led you to what you were hoping for? Yeah! I feel that. I will admit, I have taken to looking up slightly more specific ways on how to get to the endings and stuff we haven't seen yet. Because at some point you're like, please, I want something I don't know yet. Is it your first time playing as well? Or have you played it before? If we're dead, she can't possess us anymore.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we got thrown into a chapter 3. So, we'll see how that goes.
Ah, did you do a full run? Like, did you get a full 5 vassals, or
You were very satisfied with the ending. Oh, nice.
I'm glad to hear that. It's a very good game. Very happy playing it.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I think this is the genuine... When did we last see Voice of the Cheated outside of Moment of Clarity? He doesn't show up too much. You didn't feel the need to get a happy after.
Ah. Yeah.
I mean, you cannot go for every single thing in one normal run anyway. You can get at most 5 high vassals to bring her in one run, and then you can go back for others. I'm glad to hear you had fun now.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
I like it a lot. This is our... Good question, actually. This is our 4th time playing. And if I'm understanding correctly, we have seen, aside from one ending sequence, we have seen all of the base ending sequences. We have seen most of the different paths of the different vassals. So we're out here grabbing it all. What's happening? I mean... Actually, how do you mean? What was happening? Funnily enough, the very first time we played the game, I managed to get a path that locks you in on a very specific ending, and I don't want... Assuming from what you said earlier, you did not get that one, so I don't want to spoil you on it. But since that one took me in a very specific direction, I was already like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. So I can't say I was even able to go for one of the more normal routes, because I just got straight into that one first time round, so. It was good. Very good one.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
He's hiding in between. Ah.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they
powers
can
that
screw
be.
with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. But wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
I don't think it's boring. It's very fun seeing everything happen.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Hate to disappoint, Mr. Narrator.
Well, we didn't have to start over.
Oh, and thank you for the follow. They're just so cute. Designed it myself. The artwork and everything was done by someone else. But the design I came up with myself.
We killed ourselves.
Yeah.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
For funsies.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Yeah, see, your definition of a happy ending and our definition of a happy ending are two very different things, Mr. Narrator.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Happy.
Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit. So you killed yourself?
Yes.
Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
He's very sure of himself.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
It's so interesting, though, how different the reactions of the different versions of the narrator we meet are. Because on some others, he's obviously like, oh. On some others, it's not just it seemed to undo all the good, but he's very much sure of it. He's like, oh yeah, you know, if you die, it gets reset. So sadly, our progress is tied to you. This one's like, either he's just not telling us, or he genuinely doesn't know.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept. Yeah. And now let's just get to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards the cabin.
I don't know what.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Sure.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won.
Yay!
Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
Oh, we got the thorn. We got the thorn, and we even got the kissing scene. Best. Very good, very good.
Thank you for the hydro time.
The only furniture of note is...
That's strange.
There's no furniture at all. Yes! there is a kissing scenario on the thorn path if you manage to go for... God, I don't remember. But if you go for some specific choices, you actually do get to kiss. The narrator, he's very... I don't want to narrate this, but he was like, come on, you narrate everything else. And then he's like, you kiss very passionately and you're both enjoying yourself. It is very romantic. It's very good. You should try going for that one again. See if you can get it. It's really nice.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Funnily enough, I did not get myself chained yet. I've sat next to her, but we've never gone the path where we would also get chained.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us.
Yay!
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Is there a route? Oh, maybe I should try. On the prisoner path, then. No, we haven't gotten that one. I'll keep it in mind, thank you.
The way to the basement? Don't you mean door?
There's no door anymore. There is a lot of them. That's also why I'm saying, like, I don't think I'm gonna go for every single one on stream. We could probably fill another one. The problem is just, like, the more of them I get, the harder it's going to be to... Like, I know for a fact there's one more that I'm not able to get anymore because of the way I went about this specific path, is because we've got Moment of Clarity, which locked us out of going the nightmare path again. Which, okay, we don't need that one anymore. We've after we finish this one, we will have seen every single one that you can access through the nightmare. And right, you can the one we're on right now, you can go through either nightmare or specter. But since we had to use the specter route to get here, we also cannot get the other one you can access through specter anymore, which would have been Evanescent, which is good because we've already gotten Evanescent the very first time, I think. But yeah, for example, I guess I could go for Prisoner and the Chain. That's it. That is an ending we haven't seen before. Like, at some point, I'm just unsure if I would be able to do all of them without having to repeat some. Like right now, we got Moment of Clarity, right? We're gonna go for Empty Cup. Prisoner Guarded, I guess? Yeah, that could work. Actually, the longer I look at this, I feel like we might even be able to do them. Getting locked out of a route is pain. Well, I mean, I understand why. I do understand why they would do it, because at some point it's a little... I guess it would be harder to make it, because there's already several ways of getting into one specific route. If you then go the same path initially, how would they even make it so that every single choice that would get you into the route we already had, that you're locked out of, and so you can only end up on the other one? I feel like that would be a little hard to program. I obviously don't know how it actually works though, so... I guess we found our fifth fifth one we're gonna go for tonight, though. Huh. It's good. I guess we're gonna go for getting chained on the prisoner one then. Just so we can see what that one's like, if it's peaceful.
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
Okay.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do.
A bullshit factory? Hello?
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
Yeah.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Approach the
You
mirror.
slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
That is genuinely scary.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Jesus. Ooh.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle.
What the fuck?
Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
That noise is really...
Your bones
Ugh.
snap.
Okay, I'll take the loud noise over bone snapping.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
We actually get to see our own feet for once, though. That's cool.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Uh-huh.
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
And over and over and over.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it.
It's something
Something
different.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice.
Do I?
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
You could kick her. She seems to be some corporeal form.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Actually, good point. Let me make a save here. Even though I killed you and then you killed me, water on the bridge, right? And I wanted to hurt you, I don't even know I got here. I'm a victim. Do you even know? Do you need to take my body? Can I just open the door for you? Wait, actually though, do you need to take it?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Well, the lady knows what she wants. I like that in a woman. It is a good thing we've played Corpse Party. What do we do? I don't think she's gonna like to listen to this, but I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me.
Ooh.
Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again.
I know.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Okay.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the
Sheesh.
princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Tell you what we do if you could read the options. Well, too bad. You're on a ride and you're stuck with my choices.
Her torso stretches
Hello.
until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Hi.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Damn, too bad.
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
I feel like the noise of someone just fucking blowing a tuba right into a microphone and making it go.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
He always says I before the rest of yeah.
Your vision fades
Hey!
as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
My soul has a membrane?
You're awake.
Oh.
Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull.
Mm-hmm.
Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Girl, you broke one of my legs. We're gonna be very slow getting out of here. I'm just saying.
Damn, Jesus, I am going. Hold on, I need to save first.
Hi, Barry.
Not the soul membrane.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
I have, thank you.
There's another option, you know.
She sounds so far away though. Like, girl, what are you trying to reach me through?
Don't help either of them. Flip the
Flip the
tape.
tape. Oh.
What am I hearing her through?
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere.
Oh.
Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
Into the abyss.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Reception's bad. She's going through a tunnel in your soul. Oh, leave the cabin or throw your body into the abyss. Well, that sounds like two different endings I could get, huh? Abyss! Do we want to go into the abyss? Your soul is running on 90s and it's gonna take a while to get through properly. Damn! Is this a dial-up? Abyss! Okay. Throwing our body into the abyss, let's go!
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I'm already doing it.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Hurry.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
That's the option you didn't want, so I'm taking it.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole. Why do you hate me? Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Soul in heaven, body in the abyss. Did we win?
What an end. But at least it's ours.
I am unsure if we could have won here in any way.
An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but...
I don't hate you, Flo. Why would you say that?
What happens now?
She's still here!
But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that?
Because we got disconnected from him. Oh.
Idiot! I told you. Why don't you ever listen to me? This is why I didn't want us to move into the boonies.
He's gone.
Because the internet connection fucking sucks. Oh.
Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
I don't... You don't answer her before she's gone and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
Yeah, it's always there. To be okay.
But it feels so bad. It's going to
Yeah.
do something to us. I can feel it.
It's okay, it's
You
just a
don't need
mirror.
to comfort them.
Okay, so this is all going to work out.
I do know that apparently there's a different achievement for if you just never reassure your voices when going through the mirror, and then you get an ending, and you get basically the same the same one, except it's like, oh, it's a new beginning or whatever, and everyone hates you, unlike the normal one where it's like, oh, it's a new beginning, blah blah blah. Because you were mean to your voices, and I just can't. I cannot be mean to them.
Whatever makes you happy.
So I'm going to reassure them any chance I get anyway.
You approach the mirror.
Yep, you've grown. Okay, hey.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Sure. Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Okay. Nice.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you?
Oh, yeah, no, we've asked this before. Thank you. ready to go back?
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Sure.
Everything goes dark and you die. Good.
You're on a path.
I
in the
am
woods.
aware.
Let's go for another razor run. Let's see. Let's see what that one's like if you go in unarmed.
Continue to the cabin.
Take the blade. Enter the basement. Hi. I'm so sorry, but I have to kill you. Yeah. Okay. That was and now we did checking the pulse last time, so let's go for removing the blade, though the end result is going to be the same. She's going to be like, haha, I'm not actually dead. You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt.
But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now.
Yep. Good. Proceed to the cabin. Go in. And don't take the blade. We're going in unarmed this time. Are you really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right? No, I don't think she has.
The door to the basement
She's
creaks
only
open,
slightly
revealing
sharp.
what must once have been stairs.
Oh yeah,
The
that's her
fractured
again.
slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Last time we were here, I was like, oh, it's so nice that I have like unlimited exploration options, and then literally quite right there she attacked
What
me.
are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Absolutely, my love.
I know you have a knife, I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What
Oh, I asked that before. I don't have the key. I don't I don't think telling her about us not having a weapon is a good idea. On the other hand, it's an option we haven't taken. So I don't have a weapon is not a sign of goodwill. You seem to have only been nice to you since you got here.
Has she?
Has she?
Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely
Oh, boys have cheated here
suspicious.
again.
And I think that's what really counts.
I guess he's our partner for tonight's stream. Not Smitten. Smitten was there only for a very short. Smitten should hopefully show up when we go for the damsel again. But I guess tonight Cheetah is our big partner. Thank you for that, Uta.
This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
No, we love Smitten. No! I love him. He's so much fun. He gets me. He gets me. Okay, what happened after you died last time?
That's funny. You're funny. I'm not dead, so I can't have died.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this, aren't you?
Yep. I do wonder. I think you're locked in already anyway. So what happens if I retrieve the knife? It's boring if you leave.
She's bored?
Oh.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion.
Okay, so that's still very much the same?
So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
I mean, I'm not surprised that you you dislike him.
You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace. We don't make it, do we?
No.
No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
Too bad.
I'm going to kill you now.
I appreciate the hats up.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time.
Oh, Contrarian joins us here,
Why
okay.
do you care about having fun at a time like this? There is someone, something out there pulling the strings, and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them. But what if that someone is us, eh? Wouldn't that be neat? If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
3.
This is our 3rd? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time
that's what
you
I'm
fail,
saying.
she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction.
This narrative just goes right out and says, it's like, yeah, okay, if you don't make it, everything is doomed. And then in some other chapters, narrative is like, oh, I don't quite know what happens, but it can't be good that you're repeating it.
That can't be right. That's too much
It's
responsibility.
like, yeah, you fucking liar.
It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real.
I think they are.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window.
Woo!
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not. Too late, because we already did it, didn't we? Unfortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world,
Yes.
yes. That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that.
Well, we jumped here as well by not listening to what the narrator was saying because we were like, oh no, we're already in the cabin, so the Contrarian can very much just throw it out the window.
You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
Okay.
Oh, is this how things are going to be now? All of us vying over a single body? Fine. See this corner? It's mine. And I'd better not see any of you trying to invade my personal space.
Okay.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
Someone can just refuse us being done parent and mentors to their Contrarian can yeah, like, I'm on his side. I'm on his side. He can't do that. Yes, he can.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are.
Yeah,
right?
except there's a mirror in front of it that you can see, but we can't.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror.
Yes,
You really
there
messed
is.
things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. We can see our reality just fine. Why should we trust his?
Approach.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room. Let's
Yeah,
just...
wait, we've seen all this before.
And the mirror can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Yee-wee.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Well, at the time they all failed. Like Mulan's granny said, how lucky can they be though? I have never seen Mulan in English. All I know is the line at the very end that's like, Do you want to stay for dinner? Do you want to stay forever? But everything else I only know in German.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs.
I love her. The grandma
They are
is very
smooth
fun.
and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Okay, most of this is the same though, isn't it? Riley smiling you from hey.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
I just got here.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
Once again, I appreciate the heads up.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
Bruh.
That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
I take it back. Having my own corner clearly isn't working because I can still hear you three yelling at each other. She's going to kill us again, you know? Especially if we keep fighting with ourselves. We need to get rid of our thoughts.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
Well, last time we flirted with her. And I mean, she did blush, so it clearly worked to an extent. Going to, Okay, wait. But it would be boring to do the same thing we've seen before, so how about huffing her up a bit? There's no reason we can't talk this out.
Can we trust someone who wants us dead?
Bro, just fucking do it.
Exactly. I think she established that at some point between stabbing us to death and directly telling us just now that she was going to kill us.
You were the one who asked for ideas.
Fine, talk our way out of this. Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of winners, and you've got winner written all over you. How about we stop fighting and team up? I'll even let you be in charge. Both of us are stuck here against our will. What if you join forces? Has anyone ever told you how good you are at stabbing things?
Nope. But I don't need anyone to tell me that. I know I'm good at what I do. The best, I think.
Okay, fair.
The princess pauses for a moment to further ponder your ill-placed compliment.
Hey, what gives? Are you trying to get on my good side?
What, me? I'm just stating facts.
And hey, they're good
Yeah.
facts. Great facts. And for what it's worth, you're already on my good side.
Ah.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to not stab you. I'm having fun.
Mhm.
Why would I stop?
I see.
Is this what it's like dealing with me?
A little bit.
Yeah, it is. You're the worst one of us. You know that, right?
Don't rank us. The last thing we need is to be arguing with ourselves while...
But you never finish that argument before the princess closes the distance.
She really down to her. Like, wait, hold on. Let me get in position to make this easier for you.
She skewers you.
Yay!
Ow.
Wow, she is absolutely uncompromising, isn't she? I know it seems weird, but if anything, this makes me want her to like us even more. Oh, a new one of us.
Yippee!
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Not yet.
Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Where the hell are we?
We're dead, aren't we? We're dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
A few.
I don't actually know how to answer that question.
You like a girl who knows what she wants?
I
True.
think he means
See?
how many times have we died?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
Hi, you.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. Flawless idea, if you ask me. Such a go-getter attitude.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, what if I try flirting with you? Because I don't think it actually fucking matters, because you just immediately go to it. Well, no matter what you do, she ends up stabbing you. Yeah. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
There he is.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
See? We lasted a little longer.
Yeah.
Barely. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Just keep swimming. Just keep
We're
swimming.
getting
swimming,
close to something,
swimming.
can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
The 4.
Okay, this one is
Right,
different.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Mm-hmm.
No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke.
Oh, Jerry, you just need to stop tossing things every single time.
If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel. Yeah, mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love? Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Hell yeah.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Okay, she is getting more and more specky.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Uh-huh.
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought
Okay, hold
I'd
on.
cut you into so many pieces you
woman,
just weren't
I
able
need
to
to
stitch
know.
yourself back together.
Oh yeah, that is still the same.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. What just happened? It's so quiet.
Oh, you know.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form. And yet there's seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She holds herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's a heart. It beats gently, calmly in your palm. What the fuck? Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Yoink! Oh, that was gorgeous. That was great. It's me. Alright.
I am
Hi.
a glowing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, how do you feel about this one?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Alright.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Good. Thank you. Bring the razor's
You're
hard to
on a
her.
path.
I did. Still, the yoink looked funny as hell. Okay. Good. That means we're gonna go for prisoner now. Prisoner. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Because I do want to see what happens if we chain ourselves up. Cabin, blade. Hi. I haven't decided yet. Drop the blade. Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
You know I'm here to kill you. How would I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
To go save the other galaxies until we fade to meet again, I should miss the voice war with my heart like the embers of Lincoln next to a fireplace on a snowy winter night. Whoa!
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Very true.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh, suddenly you're like, oh, she's a monarch. When you ask before you go to the cabin, you're like, oh, isn't it kind of bad to kill a princess? He's like, oh, why? Because she's a princess? Would it be a different matter if she was... I don't remember the exact thing she says, but like, at a commoner, something.
Oh,
okay.
Have you...
You know
I have.
I would like to examine the
you
chains.
have to be kidding.
Yeah.
I'm going to check. And then I'm going to save you. And then I have to scroll through all of these. Warn her. And resist. Good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see, cabin. Get in there. Take the blade and get in there. Hi! I would like... to sit with you. Sit where I'm told to sit. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? Oh, we've asked this before? Okay. What happened after that last time? The other chain on the wall. Who is it for?
Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Would you now?
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Dun, dun, dun.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
What did you expect?
Yes.
Become your own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Skittering.
It is a fun word, yes.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What shall we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
You're not no one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
So many strangers in this game, you can say the voice of the hero sounds to you like a middle manager. That is very specific. I feel like you should send that to him. You should let him know. It's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I heard your voice in Slay the Princess, and this is the vibe I'm getting.
That's rude.
Wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
So, you can enjoy some silence.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
We can give you a refund without receipt without a proof of purchase. You would. You would. It's funny you say that, because yes, for the hands, sure, but also we have these around our necks. I don't think you cannot, you know.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Yes.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger.
Larger? Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Okay, I can still talk to you though.
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Which what now?
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
I would also like a newer Fumo. I would like a newer plushie at all. Like, I think that would be very nice.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no walls. And then,
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
But did you not get the chance to respawn? Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Okay.
But it feels so...
You're right.
Okay.
Feels
You've unraveled.
There's
I
a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
She looked a little different last time we got the prisoner, because the last time we got the prisoner we went for the one where she cut her own hat off and we took that one with us.
What do you think of this
This
vessel?
one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Okay.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I actually missed out on the Bato Fumo. I'm so sad. I didn't have the money. When the like the period went live.
Ta-da!
Good.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
There is.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
No, it's okay. Maybe she'll be able to bring it back at some point. Okay, no blade.
Hi.
Save the princess. What the fuck is with my options? Hello? Yeah, I would like to warning her. Jesus. Warn her and resist. And then she goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to kill you. Game. I would like have some options. See to the cabin. We are not taking the blade. Hi. And I try to rescue you.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Yeah.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I can. I've done it before.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Hi, Raiders! Welcome in! I'm Louie, I like the color pink, Vision Love and Jeopardy. We're currently playing Slay of the Princess. We're trying to get some more endings. How was your stream? How was... Oh, sorry, you played that before and I still don't know what that is. Hi. Now I'm the angel on the shoulder. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, we're going to save this princess. That's what we're doing. Hi! How are you?
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
The fucking one now.
One of us has to be.
It's an Excuse me? Empiricist.
Oh, okay.
Learned something new today.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward
Courageously.
and free our beloved
Cannot roll my
from
R
her
like that.
blindings.
Courageously.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
You already tried that before, and
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
You're smitten.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm also not going to ask you like 5,000 questions this time, so you don't turn into your idealized version because we've already gotten that one.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Me.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. That was me. That was not in the game.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs,
She's so pretty.
hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
We'll see about that.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
That's not true. I've lived through hundreds of timelines to meet this version of her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think we can open it if we try it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
MC and the princess sitting in the tree. AISSING.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Watch Contrarian come up and just throw the blade out of the window. I would love. You're not doing that. I do. Wait, hold on. I do wonder though if you can do that at this point even, but I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
She slips and falls. No.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just
It's
like
like
you
you
wanted.
wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
You cross the room, opening
Opening
the door to the cabin.
Thank you for the pet and the hydrogen.
You know, for someone who turned off the Uvo redeem because I wanted to give my voice a break for a little bit and I just haven't turned it back on, I am doing a lot of
Yelling tonight.
And then you step outside.
Yes!
We don't get very far though.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Well,
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our
Beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I cannot. No, I cannot. It's part of my being. You don't get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And is that a...
Yep.
But it feels so... Yes.
It's okay.
Okay, she'll...
This should be... Yeah, this is our fifth one.
I think
Aye.
you know what I am.
Good, let's see. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or...
No, we've asked this one last time. Oh god, which one have I not asked yet? What is this place? Where are we?
A construct.
Construct.
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
That is an interesting kitchen. And I'm still very much like, why was she dying on my kitchen floor? Speaking of Stray Gods though, they are working, well, they have probably been working on it for longer, but they are planning on releasing an Orpheus DLC sometime soonish actually. That's gonna be interesting. Hoping to get my hands on that one.
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
Uh-huh.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
I see.
I've met you many times. No, wait, we passed this one. If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
I do have a knife.
Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself.
Oh, okay, we have this one before. What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Are we cooking? Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
You're delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris?
I do.
Yeah, I said that one last time. Okay. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Good. Okay, that's a good question actually. Which ending should we try to go for? Because we've got this one. We've got the eternal loop. Sorry, hold on. Let me just check my achievements real quick. If there's any more related to the ending specifically that I should go for, or if we've already gotten. There actually is one, yeah. That's so many. Oh Jesus. Okay. Isn't there? No. What we haven't seen yet is one where we do actually end up engaging her. Oh goodness, okay. Do I have this one? No, I don't think so. I'm a little confused here, Jesus. I guess we... Oh yeah, there's two. There's two actually. Do we want one where we leave with her, or do we want one where we just stop the fight early? Let's see.
Yep. Hello.
So nice seeing you again.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I missed you too. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many Ashleys. So many princesses. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Yeah, okay, so there's one if you just immediately go for... Oh, I should have chosen that at the very first, so I don't think I can get this one now. There's one if you just go for freeing her immediately. But I do want to fight. I do want to hear some of her thoughts on the vessels I've brought her, so...
If you're saying that,
just
it's
keep
because
talking.
you don't yet understand. Your legs are trying to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
The feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can move together. Hand in loving hand. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Get over it. They'll see your hand as a gift in time.
Or, in time, would they see it as a curse?
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel.
I just need to make sure I stop the fight early. Otherwise, I'm going to lock us into the ending we got last time.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humbled me. You died countless steely deaths.
Yeah.
You lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
The two razor roots are very similar overall. The only difference, or most of the difference, is literally just being there with or without a blade. After everything you put me through, it felt good to watch you fall apart.
And it was a joy for me to finally face my end. Even when I thought I reached my limits, you showed me how much further I could climb.
Okay. Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take?
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Yeah.
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Okay. Yeah, this here is my last chance to go for that ending that I'm trying to get. So I am not going to address this one statement, and instead I am going to stop the fight early and surrender.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
See what we get from this one. Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Your conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Oh! Oh, actually, two birds with one stone. if you go for I think it's time to leave this place without engaging her in the fight, you get the achievement There Are No Endings. However, as I just found out, even if I fight her first but then end the fight and surrender early, that counts as the same ending, so I just got the There Are No Endings achievement as well.
Two birds with one stone. Very good.
Woo! I will be very honest, I think this is the same one every time, and yet I take the screenshot every time anyway, because I'm not sure. But I think it's just the one order.
Thank you.
We just have one problem now. We're done way too early. It's like, I think because I was able to skip most of Moment of Clarity. That was a bunch of time. I usually would have been on a road. Okay, wait, let me look at the ending thingy. We are only missing.
We are missing. Where is it? We are missing Feral Beast.
Oh yeah, there's one of the problem thingies that we're still missing. We are missing one you can get to from the beast, and then we're missing one where you need to either go for the witch or the beast to reach the end of it, because there's another one on the wild road. We've gotten Endless. We've gotten Endless on the Wild Princess, but there's one called Wounded. And you can reach that one either through the beast or through the witch. So if I went for Feral Beast, I couldn't go there anymore, and we're also still missing the Untrusting Witch. So no matter what I do, I'm gonna lock myself out of one of them. To go for in one singular route. I see, and... Wait, we've gotten this one. There's Fears on the Adversary route. We don't have that one yet. And... gotten this one. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. We're missing 4. We've done everything else. We are missing 4 princesses. 4 vessels.
That's not enough for a full run.
I could. I don't need to make it a full run though. What I could do is just make a proper save. And then grab one witch ending. One witch ending we're missing, reload, and then go for the other wild ending. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, actually though. I do want to see what that one's like. Untrusting. Witch. Let's see. Witch. Okay, yeah, let's try to get that one. We do have more time. I started a little late. We do have more time. I want to see one more. It's okay.
Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods.
I am aware. Let's see. You simply cannot not fully play a game.
Wow.
Proceed into the cabin. We don't take the blade. Hi. Examine the chains. Okay, yeah. Hi. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. Finish the job. Good. And then make a save right at the beginning of this all, simply because if I fuck it up, I have a way to get back there easy. Actually, if you plan on playing this game, just do that. Just make a clean save at the beginning of whatever chapter you're at, and then you can just go for each of the vessels without having to do what I do every time. Like, okay. Back in we go. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, whatever. You can trust us to get the job done. Always. I'm a very trustworthy person.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of...
I know. Take the blade with me. And get down there. I'm not nasty. You're a wretched little thing.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
I have.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? No, I don't. But you...
Okay. Let me actually make that one. Easiest way to get to the Wounded Wild is from right here. If you don't even do much and just straight up all the way down. If you just straight up go for slaying the princess again, that's how we get to that path. Which is one of the ones we're still missing, but we're going for the untrusting witch this time. Why she?
Because she's a witch. A wicked witch of the basement.
Okay, let's see. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you and not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
I've been out the entire time already.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Damn.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, I know things got messy last time. I think there's something bigger than both of us.
I
This
suppose
one.
you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should
take it.
Do you know what the word mutually means?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We do not want to give her the blade, because if you give her the blade, you get to the thorn path. That's the one where we managed to kiss her, but we've already gotten that one. We want... we just want to leave.
Yes, let's.
Let's do that.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Hi.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one that lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Are we?
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Well, since we are, oh my goodness, going for actually stabbing her in the back, you first. Booper noise.
You first.
I fucked up my...
And turn my back on you?
Yeah.
Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
No, you're the one who said you can leave here without me, which means I hold the cards. Either you go first or we stay here. To you.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially. What is she doing?
I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
Why are you blushing?
Eyes on the back of her head. Does she really?
Can I see?
No, we're fine.
The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs.
Step onto the stairs.
You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
It's time, boys. Step on the back. Do it. Do it now.
It's time. Let's go.
Wait, I thought we were helping her escape.
No.
Of course we're not. You didn't buy all that noise I was putting down, did you? I was just waiting for a moment for us to strike. She has it in for us, you know.
Opportunist. Jesus Christ. I'm not stepping in the back. I said I'm not stepping in the back and I make the choices here. Wow, that's amazing, I did it. I totally never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. Step in the back. I'm not going to praise you, but I'm going to step in the back. Oh, fine. Step in the back. Yeah, that's an amazing idea that I totally never saw coming.
Wow, you said exactly the thing I imagined you would say as soon as you heard my brilliant plan. This whole day is a dream come true, really.
Mm-hmm.
You plunge the blade deep into the princess's back, driving her to her knees amid the roots.
Sorry.
Would you look at that? No need to thank me. But, you know, please, do thank me.
Of course you'd betray me the moment I turned my back on you.
Yeah, sorry. I was still missing this one.
Don't think you're leaving here alive, wretch.
She shoves you in return, sharp teeth clamping around your ankle as the two of you tumble down the uneven stairs in a hastening flurry of violence and loathing. You separate with a bone-shaking thud as you hit the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Yeah, should have thought of that before stabbing someone else in the back.
Did you really think you could stab me in the back without suffering the consequences? Fool, 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 you're such a ridiculous fool.
We were never going to get up those stairs, were we?
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
Of course not.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. If I had the chance, I would have locked you down in this basement.
Where's the contrarian to claim he does like to have a broken max? Didn't, since this is only like my second time here, he just did not get a chance to show up.
It would have been funny, even if it meant I couldn't leave. I really, truly detest you.
It would have been funny.
At least we can all agree that it was a good idea to make her go first. How? Well, she was going to betray us, wasn't she? And we struck first.
Except there's a different achievement if you go first. And I do want to get that one.
Our back is broken, but we gave it our all. No regrets. Besides, she's got to have it as bad as us, right? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Damn.
Oh, so she does have it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
None of us will make it up the stairs.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
No, because if we die, everything resets anyway, so... I'm
We're
done.
going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place. May as well. Yeah.
She's gone. And is that a...
I need to
I'm begging
actually go all the way through.
This... If he thinks...
Because we need to bring the vessel here, otherwise it's not gonna count.
Something finds me.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, this. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I accidentally skipped what it said about her. My bad. Alright. What happens now?
Nothing. There, bring me.
Okay.
You won't.
There we go.
You're
Interesting
on a path
vessel.
in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
At the end of the path, I don't care. At the end of the path, I would like to go load.
This specific save, yes, that is very fair. And I go first.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Of course.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
I guess I fall backwards.
Trust fall!
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
I think that's gonna make it very hard to get up these stairs.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder,
Yeah.
sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally You both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Like broken again?
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up.
Wait, why aren't we getting up?
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. You know
Yep.
what? I'll say we were
Yep.
going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, "Now stab her in the back! Do it now!"
Yeah, I heard that.
And then you'd say something like, "Wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us." And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
Would have ended the same way.
Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first? Because then you'd have had to lie to her. And you're a terrible liar. That's not... Okay, that's actually a good point. It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it?
I guess not.
Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Okay. This guy's as bad
Something
as
inside
us.
me is
Okay, and the rest is the same.
He is.
We're top...
I'm begging you.
Something. Yes, this one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Good.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Thank you. However, I am not going to keep the progress of this one. For the very simple reason that I need to get to the Wounded Wild. And to do that, we have to go back to this one. Yes. Okay. Good. Let's see.
Hi, Umpy.
Oh, where is it? Don't worry, the blade isn't for you.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
And look, I know things got messy last time. And I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Slay the princess. Let's go. You think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness? No. But it's another way to get into this route, so...
Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
Thank you for the pasta chat.
And I return.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, she throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at.
Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back.
In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous. Absolutely wretched.
We did tell her what we were going for, to be fair, to be fair.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins.
I have a mean shin kick ever since I was a small child. I would kick people in the shins. And my mom always told me that can really hurt. Kick her in the shins!
You don't have to fight so dirty.
Kick her in the shins!
Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win.
It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. Are we? At the bottom of the barrel?
Oh, yeah.
We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is?
No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat. Both you and the princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Are you winning, Swan?
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood.
Maniacally? Huh?
Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for coming by.
Work at 6? Ew.
Maniacally?
Maniacally. Oh, well, that's another word on the list of words I have always said wrong. Good, you know. Split shift again too. Ooh.
Have a good day. I hope it goes over quickly.
Wait, what's going on?
How do you say it? Maniacally. Has maniac in it.
We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise?
Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time.
Let's go back quick.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Why is the basement getting smaller?
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
They really don't. Maniacally. Maniacally. Interesting. Oh, Jesus. I fucking hate the English language.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
That's unfortunate.
about you? It'll crush you just as easily as it'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you.
Oh,
Especially if I get to see it happen.
fair.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Come on, they're pressing in on me, they're pressing in on you. This sucks.
Oh, what's the matter? You're scared of
I can fix her.
thorny
I
roots
can make
digging
her
into your
work.
neck? Scared of suffocating in this dark, dark place as I watch you die? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to be scared in. This is starting to hurt. I don't want to die like this. You feel something against your back.
It's not fun.
Pushing its way into the cavern, an unstoppable, unyielding wall
We've
of
had
bark.
the being
running
set
out
on
of time.
fire thing before.
Shit. What do we do? What do we do? We should probably get back to stabbing. The only way out of this is through her, right?
It sure was. No, we're gonna go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you.
Funnily enough, though, actually, this one is not feral in the sense that there is an ending. There is a vessel that is called feral, and it's not this one. Because the feral one comes from the beast and not the witch path.
At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness. That tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark.
And you
And you die.
Chapter 3. Well.
We are a path in
this
the
one.
woods. We have no beginning,
Alright.
and we have no end, but something cold.
And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad.
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
You say that now, but I'm going to actually go for the other one this time around, so...
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand.
Okay, you, Nerida, how do I stop her? can start by remembering that you exist and not as some part of a Gestalt entity formed with the princess.
You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now?
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. She committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin.
Right, that was unpleasant. We weren't big fans of that, I think.
I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do make a great pair. He's probably just jealous. You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
Remind yourself you are not a fish. Remember, you are not a fish. Remember!
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like
she
still hates us.
It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
What's the point?
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it. Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Gaze at the hatred in your heart. Do it.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me.
Of course you do.
We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other.
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered.
And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
I see now the difference between finite and infinite.
I fucking hate this language.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
Okay.
I wish I didn't have to.
It's too late.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Slurp.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Damn, girl.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
Well, you can cut her free. We can slay her. Interesting. Do we want to cut her free or do we want to slay her? We can choose whichever one we want. It's gonna end with the same vessel in and of itself. I do want to see what that one does. Cutting her free.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
God damn it.
And that other thing is... You'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants. He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
I'm not so sure about that.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... Fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that. After
Oh,
everything.
that doesn't look very healthy.
It's so cold without you.
But you don't get the chance to respawn. Something's taken her away and left something else in her place.
She's gone. And is that a...
Yep.
There's something... Screw them. If they think it's... I'm
Crush
begging
the
you.
mirror. Yep. It's me.
Something finds me in the long quiet
Hi.
and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yeah.
Yes, this one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Good. What happens
Nothing
now?
there it bring. She asked, you will.
Yippee!
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path
Which
is a cabin.
means...
And in the basement of that cabin
Which means...
is a princess.
We're going to scroll up. Where is it? We want east and then
And then we're going to cry because there's so many achievements on the beast path. We want the feral. Okay, yeah. Let's try. Continue to the cabin, proceed into the cabin. We do not take the blade. I examine the chains. Attempt to go up. Chook. Slay the princess, slay the princess. Give up. Okay. Proceed to the cabin. Proceed into the cabin. Make a save so I can go back to this if I need to. And then take
You take the blade from the table.
Get in there. Good. Okay. So what we have already done is we've gotten that you can't keep this up forever achievement if we just keep going in the loop of running for the stairs, staying alive again, blah blah blah. We have done playing dead, which gave us the opossum achievement. We have not done standing still. Let's go for that one this time. I have to do that immediately? if I just stand still? You can't walk again. Change its. Freeze in front of a creature on your first meeting.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot
I
where
think
you
we
would have...
need to get eaten. For this one to work out. Do you want? Why do you want to kill me? Wait for it to strike and hit her back? We don't have to main, we just have to stay alive.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
We do.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. Your sense sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her.
Once.
And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery.
I'm not surprised.
You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Oh. Yeah, that's not the way to go. to the route I wanted to get to.
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Fuck. Yeah, no, that's not where I wanted to go.
You're on a path in the...
We've done this one before. Where's my save? What page did I put the save on for this one? This one. The one in the corner. My bad. Yes. What is it?
I stupid.
I am completely fucking lost. Where am I right now?
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, do not. One. Survive. For the stairs.
And then what? We need a plan. We need to figure out something. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. You sprint for the stairs, but as soon as you take your first step...
This path is already worn by travel, and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
I actively want her to fucking eat us. That's harder than I thought it would be.
Wait, what? You manage to avoid her slavering jaws, but you aren't fast enough to evade the whole of her titanic momentum. She grazes you, the force of it enough to skin you all along your side, leaving a line of red, raw flesh. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast? This isn't working. We have to... Don't plan ahead. We're trying, but we have to.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the Too tight. We have to move.
Oh yeah, there we go. No, that's a den again. What am I doing wrong? The first time we got to this one, I immediately managed to have her eat us. And I don't even remember what I chose there. Now that I'm actively trying to get that one. Fucking ow.
You take the blade from the...
It's a good frog.
We're not.
This path is our.
Wait, what? You lunge to the... In an instant, she's packed before you can...
You're faster than you were before.
The steel claw is small and she is large. It's dangerous to fight back. It should only be a last resort. You spring to a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you.
Maybe this one? No! Jesus fucking Christ, game.
You take the blade from...
See, this is why I didn't want to do 100% because apparently I'm too stupid to get the one I want. And for the stairs?
That's fair. She'll kill us.
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
That's great for
At
you.
least she's upfront about her intentions.
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole.
Okay. Stand still.
Wait, what? She's coiling for another strike. Be some... We're on the back foot. The back foot. It doesn't matter if it...
I am losing my mind. Stay alive. Run for the stairs. Why do you want to kill me? Again. That's also the... Okay, you know what? I guess I'm giving up on the feral beast. How? The worst part is I cannot even make it, so I just lock myself out of the den and then go here. Because they both follow after the beast. How did I manage to get eaten the first time? What did I say to her? What did I say to her to make her just go, oh, I'm eating this guy? It's the second to last one we're missing. I hate this. Maybe playing that would help.
You take the blade.
It's the basement. Hi. What do you want? Why do you want to kill me? 5. Going for the stairs. That is once again the den. Oh my goodness.
You take the blade.
Go to the basement. Move. Stop hiding and show yourself. What do you want? Play dead. Can I walk again? Change your course.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
This is definitely because I've done it
We're
before.
on the back foot.
And I've gotten the achievement, but I cannot hit her back because hitting her back will get me on the den path. with a different achievement that I do need still, yes, but survive? You're deflecting. I don't think I can keep this up. Stay alive. Our game is nearing its end, she says. I was sent to kill... again? That is once again the den. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to see it, but I don't know how to get there. Maybe someone else has like a step-by-step, please do exactly this to get there, because I am not getting it. I do not actually want to go on the 3rd chapter path. Okay. How many things do we have? We have 72 out of 97 achievements. That's pretty fucking good. I'll take it. I'll take it as a win. I don't care. I'll take it. We are missing 2 vessels we can bring her. One of them being the feral and the other one being the fierce. I can live with that. There's also a few more different scenes in between that are tied to some achievements. But I can live with that. I think I can live with that. Because this just means I'm going to take this chance. We're only missing 2. We've seen pretty much everything else that the game has to offer so far. I'll take that. That's good enough for me. This just means I have to find a new game to play next week that I will be very, very honest, I have not thought about yet. I have no idea what game to play next week. But that's alright, I'll figure something out. I'll post the schedule in a bit. It's not like I don't have enough games to choose from, right? But yeah. GG, we have slayed the princess a lot. We have also been slain by the princess a lot. We have kissed the princess. I think we've gotten a lot out of this relationship with the princess. Which is really nice. Heard of Sonic. True. That's still out there. Let me write that down. Knuckle of Sonic. That's not too long, is it? Absolute Sonic noob doesn't know anything about any of the characters, plays Murder of Sonic. Hell yeah. But yeah. That is gonna be it for tonight then. That is going to be it. Who do I send you guys over to? Who's doing things? Ooh, a lot of art happening tonight. Interesting. Thank you for letting you know. Thank you for coming. I'll check this as another completed game on my personal list. That's nice. Another game for the thread. Another game where I'm like, yeah. I will forget to update the thread in time when the actual VOD goes up on YouTube. Oh, the clapping got her to come closer, like, ooh, what's happening? Something for me? But yeah, have a good night, everyone. I hope you all have a nice remainder of your Sunday, if there's still a Sunday. Because the Sunday for me is almost over. Almost midnight.
I'll send you guys over to... Nope. No. Thanks for streaming. No, thank you for coming.
Send you guys over to Fura, who's playing Zanki Zero. This is a game I wanted to look into at some point myself as well, but I've never gotten around to it.
Hey.
Thanks for coming by tonight. I hope you all have a great week. Next week I will post a schedule in a bit. I just have to think a little.
Have a good night. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.